You're watching Reality Check with Darren.
And Dave.
And we're here with Jack from Survivor. Listen, Jack. What's up? Listen, your tribe may have voted you out last week, unfortunately, but now it's time for payback. It's time to voice your opinion about them. It's time for a game I'm calling Cast on Blast. All right, Jack, here's how it works. I'm going to name some of your Vokai tribesmen, and I want you to tell me a strength and a weakness, all right? Don't hold back. I want the grittier, the better, all right?
Not good at the dirt.
All right, yeah, the dirt, exactly.
And a weakness?
Yeah, strength and a weakness, all right? Weakness is really what I care about.
Yeah.
First, we have Lauren.
All right. Lauren, I guess weakness would be she really holds her emotion on her sleeve. Like, you always know really how Lauren's feeling, and that could definitely be a weakness in some regards. I think strength is her willingness to always be one-on-one and, like, nurturing. She loves sitting down and comforting people, and that was such a beautiful thing to have with her.
What about Aaron?
Don't know him.
Aaron's on the other side, too.
But I will say, his confidence was, from our perspective, a weakness in some regards.
Fair. Can be too much ego is never good.
What about KELLEE? Somebody you do know.
KELLEE. There we go. KELLEE. Strength of KELLEE would be, I mean, she is brilliant, right? Like, she knows, like, she pieces everything together. She's like, this move to this move to this move to this move. And KELLEE's honestly so great at connecting to people. She's so fun to talk to, so warm. Weakness, I would say, I think KELLEE might play too hard. She kind of gets in her head, and it kind of spins her up, and she's like, I have to do this, has like a one-track mind. When she thinks something, it's got to go that way. And so, like, with the move, she's like, I have to do the idol. How can I do that thing?
And what about Janet?
Oh, yeah.
Janet.
Yes.
I mean, Janet's literally like my mom. She, mom on the island. So, I mean, strength would have to be just like the nurturing. She rocks the mom role. She fishes for us, does everything for us. Emotionally and physically, she's there. Weakness would be, I mean, it's not good at these things, but I think maybe, oh man, I'm so bad at bashing people. I'm not bashing.
Jack, you're too nice. You're too nice. All right, try to say something negative about Jamal, okay? Give me something.
Yeah, let's try that. We know the positives.
Negative about Jamal? Are you kidding me?
You could just, about his gameplay.
Yeah.
Like, your perspective on his
about his gameplay. Jamal, like, one thing that Jamal, I guess, could have done differently would be to be, like, maybe a little more self-aware at times, because I think people, like, I mean, KELLEE specifically, like, would perceive Jamal to be a specific way, and, like, whether or not Jamal was that way, but also cater to the people you're talking to, right? Like, if you're talking to KELLEE, be a lot more conscious about how you speak to. If you're speaking to me, say whatever you want. So that would be like the worst thing I could possibly say. But Jamal, you know, not much negative. So
you are too nice for
like
Cast
that.
on Blast.
That's
Yeah,
good,
no, that was a good one. What about?
I said, like, the word blast is not something I can possibly do.
Well, listen, you're on our show right now, so you're gonna have to do it, Jack. We're forcing you. What about?
All right.
What about NOURA?
NOURA. Positive about NOURA would have to be, she's so caring. One thing they wouldn't show in the show, and that they didn't show much of, was so I was becoming just skin and bones. I was losing weight. I looked terrible. And NOURA was always persistently saying, Jack, have more rice. Let's make more rice just for Jack. And so she was really, really watching over me, even though she wrote my name down. I think a weakness for NOURA would be, I mean, I think weakness would have to be just, like, overall, like, her energy could be perceived great, but also to some people it could be perceived as maybe mildly annoying. And so kind of understanding and being more self-aware of, like, you know, what times I should be more vocal, what times should I sit back and, like, listen, was definitely, like, a weakness that I could say from the game.
What about Dean?
Dean. Strength from Dean would be, I mean, hey, we see it. Dean rocked himself. DK Chillin was chilling the whole time. He was chilling on our tribe, and he was, like, as out of the loop as he might have been, he was still willing to be social and hang out with us. So, like, Dean's, like, a presence is great. A weakness would be, I think maybe strategically, that's where Dean is is pretty weak. I think a lot of the stuff that happened for him was, like, really pretty lucky, right? Like, KELLEE gave him the idol. And granted, I will say he did build a connection with KELLEE, so there's, like, some attribute to him. But I think, talk to Dean, I think Dean would maybe say it was pretty lucky that he got the idol from KELLEE.
But he's real cute. I will just say.
Oh, well, that matters.
Cute.
That matters when you're surviving on an island.
I would be the good-looking dude of the season. Then Dean walks out. I see Dean at cast. I'm like, damn it, dude, this guy looks good. This is terrible. Like,
Oh, man.
I find the roast video, I say, like, my abs are popping. Shoot, no one look at Dean's abs. You think my abs are popping, because then his abs are just like, pop.
Yeah, they were popping.
Wow. All right, last one before we get you out of the hot seat. What about KARISHMA?
KARISHMA. I think a strength of KARISHMA is, so this is different. I think, so KARISHMA's emotion is great in that she's really able to open up. Like, you know how KARISHMA is with you. And I think that is great. That's beautiful. Because for me, like, KARISHMA and I are really tight. And her and I have these beautiful heart-to-hearts where I'd open up to her about me. She'd open up to me about her. But that being said, I think a weakness from KARISHMA would be, you know, how much she would open up at times. Like, you know, sometimes your story is your story. And we love hearing your story. But, you know, some things are more personal that shouldn't be shared on, like, Survivor, right? And I think it always treads like a fine line at times with people. And it's just like nerve-wracking having like open up and having these like very personal conversations, knowing that you're being filmed all the time, right? So I think that would be like maybe the weakness that I would see.
I see.
All right, you survived,
You
Jack.
did it.
All right, thank you so much for playing Cast on Blast.
I know I said nothing terrible, but I still feel terrible.
No.
You did great. You did great.
And if hair mattered on Survivor, you would win, in my opinion. All right, yes, A+ all around.
Never saw a top knot because I didn't know how to do it, and I got back and finally learned how to do a top knot, and I'm so regretful I didn't learn it before.
The fact that you're saying top knot is really hitting all of our top knots here. Thanks so much, Jack. We really appreciate it. Catch Survivor Wednesday nights at 8, 7 Central on CBS. I'm Darren.
And I'm Dave.
And that was your reality check.